Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever video of my brand new YouTube channel, Code Jagat. So my name is Akash Jagat and I'm here to help you out to crack real data engineering interviews. If you're preparing for Python plus data engineering interviews, so this is gonna be your home for data engineering and Python interview question series. In today's video, I'm gonna break down one of the Python interview questions that was asked to me in my Deloitte Data Engineering interview. Not only I will show you how to solve it, but I'll also show you how I explained my thinking in the interview, which actually impressed the interviewer. So the problem statement that I got to face in my Deloitte data engineering interview is the most infamous, the two-sum problem. Alright, let's jump into the question. The interviewer asked me, you are given an array of integers, nums, and an integer target. In the output, the interviewer wants me to return the indices of the two numbers such that they add up to the target. Let me explain you the problem statement more briefly. We have given an array and this is the comma separated elements that combines in a list. It can be 2, 7, 11, 15 and I have one target variable which is 9. In the output, I want to return the indices which adds up to the target. So basically indices started from the 0th index. So my 2 is on the 0th index and my 7th is on the 1st, then 11th is on the 2nd, then 15th is on the 3rd. We can see this 2 and 7, if we add both of the elements they will be equal to 9. Then I need to return the indices, which is nothing but zeros and ones, and in the output you can see 0 and 1. We got the output. Now coming to the constraints and assumptions. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution. There should be no duplicates in the solution. You may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. No need to maintain any order. You can return the order. Okay. Now my approach. Now let's coming to my approach. My approach is nothing but the simple brute approach over here to solve this two-sum problem statement of the Python question. This is going to be the try everything method. This is the one of the simplest approach that we can check in Python. With this approach, you can definitely check every possible pair of numbers to see if the sum add up to the target. First, I need to loop through each element of the I, then loop through each or every element j that comes after the I. So this is a major checkpoint that you need to make sure. We need to loop through every element j that comes after I. And then at last, I need to check if nums I plus nums j adds up to the target. Okay, this is the approach I'm showing over here, and you need to make sure that in the interview, firstly to the interviewer, you are presenting this approach in a more concise manner. Your presentation and your approach should be loud. Now coming to the implementation part. For the implementation part, we'll show you and let you guide to my collab. So let's go to the collab now. Okay, so here we are in the collab notebook right now, and I'm gonna show you how I code the exact problem in my collab notebook. Firstly, you need to make sure that this coding part you are showing after your approach. So basically in the interview you need to present your approach first, then jump on the coding part. Most of the few cases I've seen that the candidates directly jump on the coding part, but this is not a good approach. Firstly, we need to make sure that we are presenting our approach in front of the interviewer. That creates an image that this guy is not just only a coder, he is an engineer, and remember this thing. So now let's define the function, and we can say the function name as twosome. So herein we're gonna take two arguments actually. One is input and another one I'll say my target. Basically in the brute approach, as I've suggested or as I've displayed in my slides, that I'm gonna run a loop inside it. So for I in range ln of input. So basically the question demanded me to present the indices. What this range function does is, let me return the output and I'll show you. If I do a return here of I, I'm gonna run the function over here by simply running the print statement, and I'm gonna call out the twosome function name over here. Right now I will define my input as list. which is, let's take this list only what we had in my question. So 2, 7, 11, 15. And my target, so target is going to be 9. Now we only need to call out these arguments inside the function, and I can simply print it. So you see 0 is coming, because the reason is this is simply calling the first indice or the first element it is returning with the help of this range function, and this is the 0th index. So yeah, we are going good. Now I need to run another loop. I can go with for j in range, and this time I'm gonna run the loop I plus 1 till the len of input, and this time I'm gonna run a condition check over here. Instead of returning, what I'll do is I'll set up a condition check. If input I plus input j equal to, which is nothing but adds up to the target, then what we're gonna do is I'll create one list over here, result, and what we're gonna do is we will going to append all the elements which is equal to the target. So if I will use I comma j, so then it will give me the indices. What this statement is going to do, result dot append, so it will simply create a list and it will append the indices inside the list. And after this I can return my result. Yes, so this is the correct output. Our target is 9 and our indices is 0 and 1, and yes, we have achieved the target. Let me show you, if instead of indices, let's say if I need to print the elements which are equal to the target. Fine. So now this time I need to return the elements which actually is my target, adds up to my target. So nothing, I'm just gonna do input I and input j. So now this time this will show me 2 and 7, because you can see that we have a list input and only these two elements 2 and 7, which is on the 0th and first index. If I sums up, then this will going to be my equal to my target. Now if I go and print my function, then it will give me 2 and 7. Let's go. So here we are. Now finally we are able to achieve the solution by the approach that I have showed you, and this is going to be my simplest approach to solve the two sum problem here. So this question was asked to me in my Deloitte Data Engineer interview, and this is the approach that I've used. And after providing the approach to the interviewer was really impressed by this approach, and he really appreciated me to go with this approach and provide the solution. Okay, at the end, if you have any questions, comment your questions below and I'll answer them. Thank you for learning the algorithms with us. So here we end up this video. Thanks for watching my first ever YouTube video. I need your support, so please like, share and subscribe my channel Code Jagat. For more Python and data engineering content, please watch this channel. This is going to be coming soon. Thank you.